Welcome back to another episode of Let's Chat Podcast, y'all. I am your host, JoJo.
And I'm Zyra.
Ooh,
Hello.
what's poppin'?
We're back.
First and foremost, shout out to my girl Figgy Iggy Iggy for coming on last episode. I wanted to say, listen, I'm sorry, y'all. I don't know what to tell you. I feel like there's always a complication when we end up having guests, especially because we have new mics. And since we don't have guests as often, we didn't buy 2 more new mics to go with how we record now. But whatever. I'm always saying it's a work in progress, and y'all probably be like, she full of shit. She just doing what she want. But no, my audio was really bad. Theirs was good. Mine's was pretty shitty. It's just annoying because like when you look at all the technical shit and like I have to pay attention, as I've said before, to so many things that it implies that it's working, and then you don't know until the end whether or not something is fucked up. So I tried to do the best editing that I could do. Again, I use free software, so I don't pay for like
I don't even
special
think
editing.
software would have done anything.
No. Yeah. I think it was just like the mic situation.
Yeah, so the last episode's quality was tragic.
Which was crazy because I feel like it's always when we have a guest and it's a good like not even just a good topic but good conversation. Like everything was, we were vibing.
Right.
All in all though, if you can't like deal with the listening of it, then go watch it because we was all cute and it was entertaining.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to not have the mic cover my face.
Oh yeah.
The mic was really covering my face. At this point, we need help. So if you are in the North Jersey area, like we need assistance. Even when it comes to just me and JoJo, like I feel like at times there's so many technical difficulties that happen, which is why there's like cuts. It's not because we're cutting all the time. It's because, oh, the camera died, or oh, the battery for the audio is dying. So it's like something's always dying, and then we're cut off mid-sentence because we're on a rant. And then we're like, oh shit, like now we even forgot what we were talking about.
Valid.
So it's not easy. It's not easy at all. And I listen to a lot of podcasts, and like I feel like I kind of know a little bit of the behind the scenes, and it's so much work. Like people have teams of like 7 or 8 people helping them for a podcast. Like a professional podcast who like makes a lot of money, obviously. But we make a few bucks here and there, nothing crazy. But if you are in the area and want to help, let us know. Especially with guests. I think that's the main thing that we need. Some assistance when we have a guest.
Valid.
But anyways, we went to Jersey City the other night and we were like bar hopping.
I'm all like, we did. I'm mad confused.
No, yeah, we did.
Yeah, so we first of all, I'm gonna give you all a count. We have been living up here for 3 months now. Well, for me, 3 months. And that was like our first outing. We went to this spot up the street just to like, you know, get a drink and you know, eat a little bit, see what the vibes was like.
Lit 21.
Yeah, and it was all right. It was a decent spot. The DJ was, you know, popping and was playing like all types of oldies, R&Bs, little reggaeton. Like I was vibing, and I wasn't even like drinking heavy. Like I had a beer, and I was like, okay. And then the next day we did drag brunch at 626, and you've been there before. You've seen their drag brunch, and the first time you went, you actually liked it. Probably because you had better seating than what we had this time. Mm-hmm. First of all, the weather was so garbage. I don't even know why we left the house.
Yeah, honestly, we should have just canceled. Like the rain was terrible. My socks were wet. My whole like everything was wet. My pants were wet. It was terrible.
Yeah, it was literally like just turn back around. Like you could literally drown at how much rain and cold and wind was blowing. So, but we rallied up and we did the drag brunch, and it was okay. I guess we didn't enjoy it as much, mostly because of our seating. We got there a little late.
Yeah, you gotta get there early.
And we
it was
sat in a
packed.
back booth.
It was packed.
Yeah. So maybe we'll try that again, but that is an option if you're in the North Jersey area. 626 does drag brunch. And then following that night, we decided to go back to Jersey City and kind of bar hop in that same area just to see what the vibes were like, and it was all right.
Yeah, we went to the first place we went to was, what was it called?
Ashford.
The Ashford. Then we went to Porta's.
Mhm.
Then we went to 626. Then we went to the Boots and whatever.
Boots and Beers or something.
No, not beers.
Boots
Whatever.
and,
Boots is in
whatever.
the corner. But yeah, by that time I was over it. But it was fun. We did meet some people, which was cool. We met one of the listeners in Ashford and then in 626, and it was nice. I love meeting new people.
Yeah, I don't know when's the last time we seen people in public that were like, oh my God, hey.
Yeah, we haven't gone out in a while.
Yeah. We've been low.
Yeah.
Or at least I've been low.
Yeah.
But that's it. I don't think we have anything else for our catch up.
Yeah, I think that was pretty much it. But I did want to mention, so in the last episode, if you listen to it, Fig, we were talking about how Fig could be like a cock blocker and how she's very quick to be like, no, they're good. Don't talk to them. And she did that to someone who was just trying to say hi to you.
Yeah.
I
forgot.
A listener.
Yeah.
She was like, oh, she's good. And that was a listener just trying to say hi.
Yeah, so we were walking through, and the girl happened to notice me, and she, cause I go out with my top knot, and she was like, I forget, she like hopped like. First of all, if you know 626 and the way it's set up, it's just you have to like walk through. Like there's this aisle that you just have to walk down, and like if you make it, you make it.
Yeah.
But she happened to come out from the like seating area and was like, hey, like I know you, or something along the lines of like I've seen you before. And I didn't know how to initially react to that. Like I wanted to be like, oh my God, really? Like, oh, how have you seen me? But Fig was behind me and she was already like en route, and I was like, you know what, my girlfriend's a little far ahead of me, I don't want no beef, let me just follow my girlfriend and maybe circle back. So Fig hopped in like, nah, she good, da. And the girl's like humbly like, oh, like kind of like, honestly, now that I think about it, she probably thought like we had security all of a sudden. Like, oh, y'all was that bougie that
Stop
you got
it.
But I saw the girl pop out at me. It was like, hey, I've seen you. And then Fig like hopped in like a fucking bodyguard and was like, nah, she good. And all I remember is like, as I was like continuing to walk forward to like, catch up to you, I could hear her saying, like, oh, like, I'm sorry, I just like seen her on like TikTok or the podcast. And then I think Fig was like, oh, you know her from the pod. And then she went back, was like, yo, she know you from the pod. And that's why I was like, babe, like she fucking say nah. But Fig don't do it out of like with any bad intentions. It's just, she's one of those very protective friends that's just like, she's just always watching out for people. I don't know.
Yeah.
So I'm sorry about that.
No, but don't be scared.
But
if you see us, still say hi.
Yeah. Shoot your shot. All right. So like,
but yeah, so this is gonna be a free form episode. There's really no outline or
we just rocking out
or topic or whatever. I'm
rocking out with our socks out.
Yeah. All right. So I went on Instagram and I posted kind of like a link on anonymous questions that you guys can ask us. Very similar to what we do with our Google questions or whatever.
Before we get into it, sorry, we had the fire alarm and shit going off. But what I was saying was she like does all the new, like always finding new ways for us to be able to interact with you guys and finding easier ways for you guys to interact with us. And that's a little bit more obtainable and manageable for us. I was saying I just do all the like technical shit, like setting up, breaking down, editing, and outlines and shit like that. Showing up and showing out, you know. But yeah, she was like so excited to be like, yo, I just found this new thing. I've been hearing about it. I've been seeing it. Like, we're gonna try it. And I guess it's been working. So you may proceed. Tell me what it is. Tell me what it's about. Because I don't know.
Oh my God, guys. It's been a crazy day. Let's talk about it. We're supposed to be packing for Colombia. And we're here recording, drinking
Water.
I'm drinking espresso martini. But yeah, anyways.
This her how you say that? Her after hour.
This is my after hour work shit, you know? Like, this is my happy hour, so whatever. Anyways, all right, so I asked you guys some questions on our Instagram if you're on there. And if you haven't followed us, what are you waiting for? But pretty much people can ask anonymous questions. A lot of the questions are literally so random, so there's not going to be really a theme to it. And then there's some confessions there that are a little spicy.
And
all right, so I'm just going to randomly go through them. What are your opinions on long distance dating?
Because I really feel like you could probably hear me chew, and I don't want to be that person.
Too much.
What is my thoughts on long distance dating? I think that it is not for everybody, but I also think that it is not impossible.
I feel like I've done the long distance dating thing. Wasn't a fan of it. I feel like it happens a lot in lesbian relationships.
Yeah.
Like a lot. Like I don't know what it is that we can't. Maybe it's because it's not a lot of us, one. And two, it's like it's a small world. So it's like
you want to get outside of like your area.
Yeah, you want someone new. You don't want to date someone that other people that you know have dated, and then it makes it awkward and weird. And like, I don't know. I just feel like there's just not a lot of options. Unless you live in California, because I feel like that's where most of the gay girls are. Even if it's
that far, yes, it sucks because you don't have that conveniency of like seeing each other whenever you want. I mean, you already don't, even if it's like an hour to however long away.
Right.
But I think that it's possible, and it just would depend on the type of effort that you're both putting in. I think with anything, like it could work. It just depends on, you know, what is that long distance, what is important to you in within that relationship that you're building with the person to, you know, make it work.
We technically started as like a long distance thing. It was
like 8 months,
an hour and a half drive, which was pretty long.
It was only long because sometimes majority of the times I would drive from work, so I would get straight out of work and my job was already an hour in the opposite direction from her. So like an hour away from me. So I would get out of work and it'd be a 2-hour drive. And I would just have to eat it. And good times.
Here we are.
Yeah.
All right, next question. I like a bi friend, but she only seems to date guys, even though she said she'll date women after she broke up with her ex-boyfriend. What should I do?
Shoot your shot. Does she know?
Right.
Y'all can't be assuming these people know. I know sometimes it could, like, it's like, oh, it couldn't be more obvious, or like, duh, like, why wouldn't I? Yeah. But sometimes you just got to speak up because people don't be picking up what you're putting down. Like, people are super oblivious.
Right.
But I also think they mentioned it was a friend, right? I think it also might be a little hard is because it's like, what does the friendship look like after you express your feelings for that person?
Right, like hopefully it doesn't
make it weird or something. Yeah. I think that would just depend on the like what y'all friendship is like.
Yeah. All right, this is a confession. They said, my problem is knowing it's not good for me, but waiting for it to leave me because I don't know how to leave it. It meaning any situation.
Period. I feel like I I feel like we've all been in a situation where we stayed a little longer or been in something that we know we should have left. And you kind of stick around in hopes that maybe something will change.
Mm-hmm.
And then it doesn't.
Mm-hmm.
And now it's ended.
Mm-hmm. I feel like when people stay in situations like that, it's like they don't want to be the bad guy.
I feel like yes and no.
Why?
Because I do think like there are some people that genuinely just want it to work.
Mm-hmm.
And they're just like, I'm gonna wait it out. I'm gonna wait it out. Like I've been in a situation where like, I'm gonna wait it out.
Mm-hmm.
And like me looking back now, I'm like, oh damn, like I should have been left. Like I don't know why I stayed.
Yeah.
You know, like clearly that wasn't gonna get better.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. I think like in those when you find yourself in those situations, it's just like you're literally holding on to hope.
Yeah.
But that's just me. There are some people who really just don't know how to just that are actually scared of being the bad guy.
Yeah.
But like you'll be the bad guy ASAP no Rocky.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you never been in a situation where you're like, oh, I'm gonna hang around a little bit just to see.
No. Just to see what? Like, what are we seeing?
I don't know. I mean, like
I hate being in uncomfortable situations. It's like I'd rather rip off the Band-Aid than like be in a situation where it's just like not it.
Yeah.
But yeah, next question. I keep getting put in a I care too much about you and don't want to hurt you. We should just be friends by girls. And buys. I don't know if that's what it means, but I start building by girls who I start building a romantic connection with.
That's annoying. Honestly, it is. And I hate to say that I've been that person, and I like on both sides of the spectrum where I'm like, damn, I like you, and now I'm getting friend zoned, or I'm friend zoning.
People have friend zoned you? I don't see that.
Yes, girl. Happening. Believe it or not,
Oh
I was, not that hot of a thing all my life.
I have a hard time believing that.
I mean, you can have a hard time believing it now. I know. But yes, girl. Mm-hmm. I used to get, that's what I was saying in last episode. I was getting ghosted. But like this is my, like when I was younger.
Uh-huh.
And
you were like what, 13?
No, like high school.
Okay.
High school, I wasn't like, I was still, finding my way. So I wasn't really from like, I really didn't, I can honestly say, I guess I really didn't blow up until like within the last 5-6 years. But anyway, yeah, I've been friend zoned and I friend zoned because sometimes you just have to like, I don't know. I feel like we've been in situations. I'm always like, let me not talk for y'all, but I have experienced situations where I'm like, damn, I should have never crossed that threshold with you. Uh-huh. Like, and not just not talking sexually either, just a matter of like expressing some like further interest that goes beyond a friendship, know? Like the entertainment of like maybe talking or like expressing, romantic feelings, but not really romantic. I don't know, just blurred lines. And sometimes I think it's good to check yourself and be like, like, what do I really like about this person? Or do I even really like this person? Or do I just like the attention that I'm getting? Like, I don't know. But like, they're doing you a favor, if anything, by like just friending you. And then the best part that I love about that is that people who friend zone you, or they're just like, I don't want to, most times it's a bullshit. It's like an how you say it, an excuse, because they just like, I don't want to be in a relationship, I don't want to be locked down, they just want to be out here hooting and hollering. It's doing you a favor because like now they're out the way, you're gonna go live your best life, you about to be popping, and once somebody gives you attention that you actually want and you're giving back, people start coming around when they see you like entertaining somebody. Yeah. I feel like a lot of people pop out when you start like showing that you're with somebody.
Yeah, they want you when you have somebody else.
Yeah.
Very weird.
Weird.
I'm not trying to brag, but we get thousands of listeners. So if people would actually rate us, we'll be in the thousands. Maybe we'll get a deal or something. Who knows? But yeah, if you're still listening and if you fuck with us, please just pause for a second and give us a rating on Spotify or Apple or wherever you listen to the podcast. Por favor. Por favor. All right, there's a confession. It says, secretly engaged after 3 months of dating my girlfriend. Wow, no
And
tan
good for you.
fácil.
I love. Call it what you want. I love a hopeless romantic. You could be with somebody for fucking a decade. A decade. And guess what? Once that comes to an end and you meet someone, you're going to experience a love that you never experienced in those 10 years that you were with that person. And it be like that. We think, that's it. And I'm not gonna talk shit because marriage is for everyone, engagement is for everyone. But let me tell you something. Even if you get engaged, it doesn't mean you have to get married right away.
Yeah.
Like that engagement could last a couple months, a couple years. You feel me? But only you know your time. Only you know what's best for you. So good for you. And who cares? Ride that love train because some people don't get it.
Period. All right.
Trying to marry me? Trying to get engaged?
I knew you were going to say that.
Why not? You're all like, yeah, go ahead. You're the person who's like, do it, girl, but it couldn't be me.
After 3 months, that's pretty quick though.
Yeah.
But this is what I learned. When you get married quickly, you are more prone to staying longer in the marriage.
Then we're fucked.
Because to you, it's just like, well, this relationship kind of just started. Yeah. So it's like, hello. But yeah, I mean, if it works for her, it works for her. All right, this confession was funny. It said you and Dara should do OnlyFans.
Never.
Why not?
Not with her.
Why not?
Because.
Why not?
Would you put your feet on OnlyFans?
I could.
All right then. Collect the check.
Okay.
But I'll be managing that fucking account.
Okay. All right, this is a confession. A girl who ended things with me a year ago recently sent me a message and unsent it. I responded to her. Did I fall for it? ? And then did the shrug.
Can you read that again? I'm sorry.
A girl who ended things with me a year ago recently sent me a message and then unsent it. I responded to her. Did I fall for it? And then shrug.
What did you respond to her though? Were you like yo, what's up? Are you unsending shit? Or
yeah,
were you
make her feel dumb.
Hey, yeah.
Be like, I saw that.
Yeah, that is salty. When you like,
like maybe it was
why you being weird.
Yeah, like maybe if it was a mistake, but why would you unsend it?
Yeah, that's already like
you're doing too much.
Yeah,
you're doing too much.
That's.
I don't think you fell for it. Like, I mean, responding. What is she? That's what she wanted you to do, I guess. But I guess it's up to you.
So
if
then
you want
like you started the conversation.
Yeah, but then it's like, is it up to you whether you want to respond? Because if you want to be an asshole, if she does respond to you, then you just stop responding. Yeah. Because you ended things with me, remember?
Petty for petty.
Remember, okay? Don't forget. Another confession. It says, I think about my ex while I fuck my girlfriend, and yes, I feel bad about it. Dios mío.
I'm crying.
Oh Lord, that's a crazy one. Okay, then yeah, don't say her name.
Good thing
or
that
something wild.
our thoughts is to ourselves.
Yeah. Would you all ever live stream an episode of the show? ? It would be dope to watch and engage in real time.
Yeah, when we go on live on TikTok and Instagram.
We do that.
That's about
as live stream as
it's
gonna be.
Yeah. Yo, because you really don't like. Honestly, I think that us pre-recording is saving us. Because
Why?
did you not just were you not just here with the entire disaster we just had?
Yeah, because I mean, we was cooking pizza and something happened and it started ringing,
Alarm going
alarm going off,
off,
una
like
mierda por todo lado.
yeah. So could you imagine us being on live and like,
Being like,
like
hold on, folks.
doing an episode lot? Like, oh my god, the interruptions would be crazy.
Yeah.
But it would be cool to like do. But I don't know. Our 100th episode is coming soon. So
Yes. That's the other thing. I've been thinking about that, and maybe I'll do like a post on Instagram because I want to have like a special guest.
mhm.
I just don't know who, and it would obviously need to be in the East Coast, in Jersey or New York, because that's where we live.
Mhm.
So if y'all can think of anyone that y'all want, please let us know.
And let them know too.
And yeah, let them know.
Let them know
Because the girls are bougie. Okay. Once you hit a certain number of followers, I don't know what it is. They do not be responding. But
we go in the request box too, y'all.
yeah, we do. We all start somewhere, I guess. But
Yeah.
it is what it is. But live streaming, yeah, catch us on live on TikTok or Instagram. This is a confession. She's gonna start blushing. When I first started watching the show, I had a crush on JoJo. Her eyes, them closing their face or eyes or whatever. Oh,
Thank you.
I know if we ever break up, JoJo's gonna have
Heavy.
JoJo's gonna have a list, like just like a line waiting.
You don't think that you are?
No. I think I'm too opinionated.
What that mean?
Opinionated?
Yeah, but like, what are you implying?
Like,
You're too opinionated for what?
I don't know. It's just like the way that I think at times could be like not problematic, but just like I have strong opinions.
Mhm.
Also, when we meet listeners, most of the time they're femmes.
Okay.
Right? I mean, there's been a couple of masks, but I feel like for the most part, a lot of femmes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What that mean?
Nothing. That don't mean nothing.
Girl, you know there's femme for femmes, right? They
I know that.
We talked about this. You remember when in the beginning she was like, I could never date a femme, and I was like, oh well, like, when we were watching Couples to Thruples and we were talking about it and we were like, oh, would you like taking a third? And she was like, I don't know. And then I was like, well, hypothetically, if we did, I was like, I'd be okay with a STEM or a femme.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, would you be okay with a femme? And she was like, I could probably do a femme, but she can't be like a over the top, like doing more than me type shit.
Yeah, unless she wants to do my makeup.
I'm sure.
Yeah,
I'm sure you could get one
that'd be
do
nice.
your makeup.
That'd be nice.
I don't know. It wouldn't be nice because that means I'm waiting even longer because now you guys are.
But like,
with
even if it was a mask, you'll still be waiting because you're still gonna be waiting for me. Like when we went out with our friend Fig, like y'all was waiting for me.
Yeah, but I need more attention than you.
Oh.
So I'd rather them wait with me than me waiting on ya.
Oh, I do TikToks and sing. They was singing their
they was
singing their heart out here. R&B.
I have an R&B concert. And
I was like, okay, I'm gonna
us.
take my time because they're entertained.
Yeah.
All right, next question. Have you guys made plans for Pride this year? It's funny that you ask because we were just texting our friends Eden and Jay. They're coming here twice. So they're coming here. Hold on, folks. They're coming here. Let me look at my calendar. Stay with me.
I mean, by the time you see this,
but yeah,
by the time be in New York
this Friday. So by the time you see this, so April. Well, hold on. April 5th. I'm pretty sure they're having a party in New York. But then they're gonna come again in June. On June 29th, and they said they're gonna have another party, so maybe we'll be there.
Pride Month.
Yeah, I feel like the parade and stuff could get too crazy, so I'd rather just like go to an event because it'd be wild in the streets of New York City.
But catch me at Philly Pride though. I do want to do, if you guys are in the area of like North Jersey and you know what townships or like places, I don't know, I forget, I gotta ask one of my peoples, because they have mentioned that somewhere out here does like they have a really cool pride like event,
Is it
and I
in
want to
Jersey
go.
City?
I don't know
Or
why I keep thinking like anywhere between Jersey City, Hackensack. I don't know. I'm just making shit up, but I know it's around somewhere around the way.
yeah.
But if you do know of any like places that do pride events, let us know like now.
Yeah.
So like, cause we don't have anything planned as of now for that.
As of now.
Yeah.
All right. So somebody said, "Hey guys, I hope everything is okay. So what is the key? What is the secret for having a relationship more than 3 years without being sick and tired of that person? Tell me, guys, how y'all keep up and still having this big chemistry. Love y'all."
Tell them.
No, you tell them.
Tell
Que yo no
them.
sé.
Tell them. I am sick and tired of her. I am. There is no without being, because you are going to be. There are going to be errors. There are going to be phases within a relationship where you are going to be irked, where you are going to be annoyed, where you are going to be disconnected, and so on and so forth. But there are going to be times where it's good too. So I don't know. There's no telling, when it's going to be good, when it's going to be bad, for how long, if it'll be one or the other. It's just, I don't know.
So what is the secret?
There is no secret. There is no secret.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like I need to know more. Like, it's like, are you living with this person? Because I feel like no matter.
I don't think it's a legit question for us. It was just like
Oh, okay, like
broad, like, oh, how?
Yeah. Oh, okay.
How? Because I feel like we're also in a generation where it's like people aren't lasting that long. People are just like, you know what,
honey.
this isn't working for me, or this is an immediate red flag. Like, I'm good. I'm gonna move forward.
Right. I mean, I hate to be a chismosa, but there's like so much shit going on social media. And if you be on TikTok and you be on Instagram, there's like this couple that was planning for their wedding.
I have no idea who they are.
She knows who they are.
She just showed me, but I don't know who they are.
She didn't know who they were before it was brought up. But if you're on social media and shit like that, there's this couple, and they were gonna have a wedding coming up in like the next couple of weeks, and unfortunately, one of the girls cheated. So they called off the wedding, and then they made a post on social media saying like, the wedding is called off because this person cheated on me. Like, they both posted it. There was this whole controversy about like, should you say that on social media? Like, should you put that person on blast even though they put themselves on blast too? Or should you keep that to yourself? Some people were like, she should be forgiven. Some people were like, how could you cheat on her? All this big drama. Like, it was
messy.
The girls are pretty popular, and to the point where it was like on all these other like gay social media channels. And when people break up, like when couples break up, they go on social media and they like to talk about it, and like they'll be crying and all the TikToks and all of that. Like, I feel like sometimes it doesn't need all that. I feel like you could say, oh, we broke up, but I feel like you don't have to say why. Or you could just make it very general. Like, I feel like she could have said infidelity or algo así, like, but maybe she was so hurt that she was like, you're going to have to tell people why. Like, sometimes you like, you're just in shock. And I feel like you're just so mad that you're just like, fuck this.
Yeah.
And like, I mean, they made a living off of this. And now it's like everyone going through their separate ways. So it's weird.
Yeah. But I mean, compared to some influencers who are like, we make a living off of this, let's fake it till we make it.
Yeah.
So, but I feel like when people are put in those positions, it's like you automatically go into hate and rage mode, where it's like, I want you to suffer because I'm suffering right now for what you did to me.
Yeah.
But
maybe they felt like it was gonna come out anyway because they are like pretty popular.
Yeah, but even if it came out, like, I'm gonna tell y'all right now, I don't owe you an explanation for anything. So in the event that something happens between me and my partner and within my relationship, it would be a mutual like agreement on whether or not we would want to put it out. And if we don't, we don't. Don't go asking questions like,
It's all easier said than done. I feel like all it takes is one person to say one thing or be petty or say something in their caption. Like, you know how it is. Like, I feel like, I don't know. But
you also have to respect people's journey, because it's
mhm,
like people could be separated for however long, and now all of a sudden they feel like they're in a place in throughout their like breakup journey where they do want to like be a little bit more like forward about it
yeah,
and want to share those things, and
right,
it's
right.
for their own healing. And you can't always take it as a like, oh, they talking shit about me, or oh, like here they go bringing it up, like
Yeah,
trying to make me look bad. Like no, like sometimes it really don't have to do with you.
right.
But
Are you popping off on social media with your new couple? Like your new partner?
me,
Yeah, yeah.
girl, do you know who I am?
Yeah,
See, here's
I
the
know
problem.
exactly who you are.
Here's
I
the
know
problem.
exactly who
Here's
you
the
are.
problem. Diver really don't know who I am.
No, I do.
Diver really don't know. Diver knows the JoJo that loves Diver.
When I met you,
Okay.
you were like all about your social media.
Okay. And yeah, I'd be back on social media,
So,
living my best life.
pues,
But what that got to do with me posting somebody?
it's what you do, girl. What?
How do you know that that's what I do if you weren't with me when I was with people doing it? Because I didn't do it. One, if you get a if you pop it, like if you pop up on my story, I
Mhm.
mean, popping up on my story really don't count, but I don't post people. I don't post
Mhm.
people, and especially because like in my past, like it's almost like a, I don't know,
Mhm.
because my initial situation,
Mhm.
they posted somebody like right after we broke up,
Oh,
like an entire post, and I was like, are you
ew.
for real? Like, that's so disrespectful, because you still have pictures on me on your
Yeah, I was
page.
gonna say, didn't she still have pictures of you
Yes.
on her
Yes.
page?
And I
Yo,
don't know, I just feel
I
like
hate when people do that.
I
Please delete the pictures.
yeah. Like, you're already doing too much. Like, it's one thing if like maybe I'm fucking with somebody, but you don't know that I'm fucking with somebody.
Yeah.
And then like they're on my social media.
Right,
But
right,
like
right.
you don't know that that's a relationship. Like, I'm not posting relationship type
Yeah. Yeah, yeah.
content.
But then it's like at that point, just post it on your story. Then what are you posting it on your actual page?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. But yeah, Dara don't know who I am. So, but
Okay. All right. What next question? It says my girl's ex-wife has been doing Juju Brujeria on us and our relationship for legit 4 years. She's engaged to be married. I don't know what the fuck to do at this point. Suggestions? And then they put in parentheses. I got a spiritual reading. I didn't know anything about it. Had to do research. That's how I know. You got to think about if it's actually real. I've been wanting to do a reading, but I'm like, oh, like what if they lie to me, or like what if like I'm just gonna be paranoid and they tell me
didn't you
some
get one done
crazy
before?
shit? Yeah, but it was like some bullshit from the street. Like it was like una señora ahí, like just she was reading my palm. She was like, yeah, you're gonna. She said that I was gonna something about like money and wealth, but then she was like that I'm gonna be like I'm gonna have like Alzheimer's or some shit. I'm like, well, who doesn't? Like every person who gets to that old age is it's like there's gonna be something.
I'll be forgetting
But
things
I'm like,
now.
but damn, I'll be alive to that age. Like that's like good. I'll be like, I'm okay with that.
I mean, that could happen at any age.
That's what I'm saying. But I think it was bullshit. I tried to walk. I was in Barcelona once and I saw a place and I was randomly gonna walk in there. No, I did walk in there, and she looked at me with such a like like she's never like I looked like an alien. It wasn't like a bad look. It was kind of like a I don't know, like she was just like startled and she was like, "Oh my god." And I'm like,
Can I
"Do
help
I look like
you?
somebody you know?
Yeah.
Is it cuz I'm American? Is it cuz you don't know what I am?" But they only took cash and I was like, "Okay, well, I don't have cash, so I'm leaving." So, um do you believe in those? In the brujeria and reading and all of that?
I don't know.
Okay, so part of me believes it because of things that have happened to family members. Um, I'm gonna talk about this short story. There was once where one of my siblings was walking home or walking somewhere, and she was crying, and this sibling they went through a lot of shit with my family, and it was just there was always some drama, and they were walking, crying, going somewhere, and this man was trying to talk to her, and she just thought it was some guy trying to, shoot their shot, and she was just like, leave me alone, like whatever. um and he just started saying things to her that were like real, like they were like, what, you got into an argument with your mom, which is what happened.
Mhm.
And then he brought up something from her childhood that only she knows, or like only a couple of people know, when we lived in the Dominican Republic. And it's just like, wait, how do you know that? Mind you, he didn't he was close to her, but he wasn't that close to her. But I'm like, how would you know something that only close family know? You don't know us.
Yeah, it's very specific.
Very weird. Like, it was like we didn't grow up there, so for him to know that, it was like, okay. So like little things like that, and like other things happened, and I've heard of some stories from friends, but I feel like at times you get told bad news, and then it just like freaks you out. Like, one of my sister's best friends went to somebody, and they had told her, you need to be careful when you're around cars. Like, that's all I'm going to tell you, pretty much. Like, just be careful when you cross the street, like all of that. So she was so paranoid that every time we would be walking, and you know how sometimes you don't cross at the corner, you cross sometimes in the middle of the street, which is terrible, but it's just shorter. She wouldn't even do that. She was like, no, like, we're gonna cross at the street, we're gonna wait, we're gonna look both ways. Like, it was like she had so much like anxiety from it that she was like, yeah, I'm gonna make sure I'm looking both ways at all times. Tell me why a couple years after that she got into a car accident. And I mean, she did get hurt, and she had to get surgery, but she ended up getting like some money from it. um
God bless.
but yeah, that happened, and they told her that something might happen. So it's just like things like that. Like, I don't want to be paranoid. But in this case, we literally went off topic. So she said that her ex-wife has been doing brujeria on them for the last 4 years. You do brujeria on her then? The fuck?
Petty for petty.
Like, let people live, bro. Because if you hit her up, she's gonna, and then she's actually not doing shit.
But like, how do you even know that it's her doing it? That's just your assumption?
I don't know. Someone told her that.
Hmm.
It's the thing. Sometimes you're just like, are you guys legit, or are you just trying to take my money?
Yeah.
All right. There's a confession. I had sex with another bae behind my girlfriend's back. We were both drunk at the nightclub, at the gay club. Wow. Just cheating out here, huh?
Some people just can't control
Dios mío, señor.
their temptations. Especially if you are drinking.
Tragic.
People don't know how to
Just chill.
Yeah.
Someone said you should post more on Insta. We try, y'all. We try. All right. We're almost done. My girlfriend still talks to her friends she have fuck with. She wants me to hang out with her friends, but I feel uncomfortable. She's very nonchalant, but all she tells me is that I'm hers, and that was old stuff that she did when she was lost. But it's still weird to me. Should I still be with her or let it go?
Keep your own friends as your own friends. I know, first of all, I know you want to have your partner around and you want to be able to share those moments and not have to split up so much time between friends and your partner, but sometimes it's the best thing. Everybody's not for everybody. And if you feel like you can't be with somebody who is friends with someone that they used to fuck with, then that's really up to you. It's not like a what do you think type of situation. Like, if you really can't fuck with it, it's one thing to be like, listen, I understand you want me to be around, you and your friends, but I just don't feel comfortable being in person or being around them knowing that you had something with them. I'm already respecting the fact that you guys have a friendship, and I'm already keeping that at an arm's distance, but like, I don't want to be around them physically, and that's okay. But in terms of like whether or not you should be with them because of it, how much does it bother you? Is it enough to not want to be with her?
Yeah. All right, last one is a confession. What?
You ain't had nothing to say?
I mean, you used to fuck with your friends.
Okay.
But I have formed a friendship with them, so I feel like it's not like weird to me or anything. And I don't feel any type of way or any like insecurity from it, like, you know? And they're married, so yeah.
It's not for everybody.
It's not. All right, this one says, this is the last one. I was in a healthy long term relationship with a man on and off for 8 years. We broke up and I met a girl and now happy but scared to come out due to religion, they're Christian, and judgment. Everyone loved me and my ex together. And also fear. I always thought I was bi, but be feeling all the feels with this girl. I mean, being having the feels for this girl doesn't mean that you're not bi. You know, like that's what bi is, like liking girls and guys. But the religion thing, that's hard because some religious people are always gonna have judgment no matter what. And like they could be nice and friendly in your face and then talk shit behind your back, but it is what it is when it comes to that. I mean, but it's really up to you. Like people are gonna talk no matter what. And if you really fuck with this person and you see yourself being with them long term, then the people who are, you know, for you would stay with you and not feel any type of way because you're bi or gay or whatever the case, you know.
Facts.
But the religion stuff is hard. It's always an issue.
All right, now that we're done with all the anonymous fun, we're gonna do some family meeting questions. All right. Hi, I hope you guys are doing well. My question for you guys, if it's not too much, do you guys share finances? Should couples share their finances if they are not legally married but have been together for over 7 years? I'm having a hard time mixing my savings account with my girlfriend since we don't really share finances completely until now. I'd like to get your guys' opinion on the topic. Thank you. We do not share finances. Her money is her money. No. Her money is her money. We do have separate accounts, but we have an account, a shared account, and that's like our bill account. So basically, like there's about an estimation of what we like overall, what we spend on bills with groceries, electric,
Right.
rent,
Dog
like
food.
yeah, just those
Like we
responsibilities.
overestimate a lot and then we put money into that one account.
Yeah, we match each other.
Yeah. The same amount. And sometimes it's like once we pay everything, like we'll have some money left over. So like if we go out to eat, sometimes we'll use that card.
Yeah.
Get coffee, like little things here and there, you know, nothing crazy, but like there always has to be like enough money there just in case.
Yeah.
You can also do a savings account in that account where you guys also put the same amount of money into that savings, and it could be your savings for whatever you want, like for a trip, for a house, to have kids, whatever the case may be. But then we do our own
I do think that it's
finances.
important to have your own finances.
It is.
Because it's like at the end of the day, you work hard for your money and your money is your money.
Mhm.
Whether you're married to that person or not, I don't think it's like a must have, or like it's like you have to share finances. Like nah. So you should have your own savings account. You should have your own like account period. Because you know, I feel like it works for us because we're not down each other's throat, you know? We
Mhm.
know that okay, we got paid, we match each other and put money in our account to make sure our like that's our priority, is our bills and everything that we're responsible for. So I know her and she knows me, and we know that like we're going to put that money in there and we're going to be good at the very least. But I don't I'm not gonna jump down her throat and she jumped down my throat because I'm out here spending money on shit that, like, you know, even when you're crying broke, like, like, your money is your money. You work hard for it. Why should I tell you how to spend it? You know.
Right.
And I also think that it works for us is because, you know, I think that we're like money conscious, like we're mindful, and like again, once we know that we put money in place for our like responsibilities, then it's like, okay, then you should have no reason to worry about me and what I'm doing money wise.
And then I feel like if it could get a little tricky with the savings account, because it's like, then that's when you start questioning people, like, what the hell did you spend $500 on?
Yeah,
and
like,
then
you don't
it's
want
like,
you don't want that financial resentment with each
there's
other.
like certain things that like you purchase that I probably wouldn't purchase, and vice versa, where it's just like, whoa,
I'm not
like,
gonna use our card for it.
That's a huge purchase. Like, I would not spend money on that.
Yeah.
And like, you know, so I feel like it just avoids arguments. But there are people that I know, and married couples, who have like a shared account and it works for them. But then I feel like I've heard that it works for them, but then they track it a lot, where they're always looking at it, and then they like try to see like what they spent the most money on, and then they will like start pointing fingers, like, look, we done spent this much on this because you wanted that. So it's like, you know, it's tricky.
Yeah, I just think that that's too much when it comes to money. Like, we already out here struggling. Why do I want to have like to worry about my, you know, if my partner gonna come for me watching my spending habits and shit? Like, again, as long as your responsibilities and your things are taken care of, your bills are taken care of, like, that's fine.
Right.
Water and shit not getting cut off. All right, then we good. But yeah, you should have your own. And, you know, it's okay to share, and it's okay to not want to share. But next question. So I just got out of a relationship because mentally I feel like I was checked out. I then started messing around with someone else days later. It's been 6 months and I feel like I miss my old relationship, but I want to stay messing around with this new person and try a relationship. She is much older and has a kid. My old relationship was my same age, and she just had dogs. I'm stuck with which one I should stay with.
Well, does the old girl still want you? The one with the dogs? You got options, girl.
For real. I think, I mean, to each its own, but listen, if I'm in a relationship, it's because I really, 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 really fuck with you. Yeah. So for me to just get out of a relationship and then immediately like start, you know, fucking around with somebody, it's a little hard because it's like, I'm like, everybody's process is different, but like, I still have to detach from you. Even if I was checked out, like, I get it. I guess that makes sense. Like, people check out and they're just like, I've already detached from that person. But I don't know. I feel like, me personally, it takes a long time for me to detach from somebody, and like, I couldn't do it immediately.
Right,
you know?
like right after.
Yeah.
But people do that. It's like a thing. But I think they do it, obviously not being over their ex, and they
it's like
do
a distraction.
Always a distraction. But like, if you were to put that energy into other things, like into yourself, and just like spending time with yourself or spending time with your loved ones, then you would really
heal so much.
Yeah, and I feel like you would then figure out, what is it that I want, because clearly it didn't work with the last person. So why are you gonna go back to that? And then it's like, if you're so hesitant about this new person, then it's not for you. If you're so like about it, you know, like, you should be with someone who you really want, and it'll take some time, you know, like, don't force a relationship with nobody, because
that's
you shouldn't
just
have
bad
to.
For you and them.
Yeah.
Because
and honestly, you get so much done when you're single. Just think about it. Like, it's like your selfish time. It's just you.
I'm sure, like, I don't know about you and your single days, but I'm sure you're selfish. I was so in love with myself. Like, heavily. Like, you couldn't tell me shit.
That's a good thing.
Yeah. I ain't mad. This other one
Is that the last one?
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah. All right, y'all. Well, thank you so much for listening. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. And please give us a rating on Apple or Spotify. Oh, yeah. And if you want to know what this app is for Instagram, it's called NGL. Literally NGL. I honestly don't even know what the fuck that acronym stands for, but that is where you
Not gonna lie.
what?
I don't know. That's what I thought
Not
about.
gonna lie.
Yeah.
But yeah, anyone could do this.
So that was what we were reading with all the anonymous
Yeah.
questions, confessions, and all that.
I personally wouldn't do this for my own social media because I remember something like this was popping in high school and people were so fucking mean.
Yeah, I could see that.
Yep.
That's why I was,
It was
a little
terrible.
worried, but yeah.
But all right, y'all. That's it.
Deuce, mother goose.
Bye.